His other kind of breakthrough research was about the relationship between money and happiness. And what he basically did was he kind of punctured the myth that money can't buy you happiness. It can. And there's two lessons here. One, unfortunately, it can. In a capitalist society, I don't think there's any shock. Middle-income people are happier than lower-income people. Higher-income people are happier than middle-income. His theory was it kind of topped out. And then a younger academic challenged that. And so instead of shitposting him, he said, I'm going to work with you. And he went out and they actually dispelled some of his work and he updated it. And this is not only a wonderful testament to Professor Kahneman, but to the academic field. And that is, it is regular practice to let other academics challenge your work and then to celebrate them when they find that your work actually needs updating. And I think about Washington, D.C. No one seems to be interested in actually getting to the right solution. They're only concerned with being right and convincing people the other side is wrong.
I also think it's a nice story because we learned so much more when they collaborated. The new paper that they published basically put an end to the money and happiness debate. And what they found is that happiness is associated with greater income, but there's a lag between them. So when you jump from $60,000 to $120,000 a year, you get the same increase in happiness as jumping from $120,000 to $240,000 a year. In other words, the more you make, the less you gain. So they basically rediscovered the law of diminishing returns as it relates to money and happiness.
We should be taxing the shit out of people who make more than $1 million because what we're taking from them is very little. It's not really going to impact their self-worth, their happiness, their satisfaction. And if we can redistribute that money to the 1 in 5 households where kids are food insecure, it's just going to fucking make their year. I mean, it's just going to tangibly change the course of their life and their self-esteem and their ability to find time to love others and love themselves. There's no reason we shouldn't have a 90% tax, or 50 at least, on people making more than, call it, $10 million a year. What is that going to do for you? What is it going to do for you in our society? People say, well, these people are the most productive. No, they're not. Show me someone really, really wealthy, and I'll show you someone that took advantage of taxpayers. Yours truly, Pell Grants, University of California, Jeff Bezos, United States Postal System, Elon Musk, subsidies for EVs, Tim Cook, GPS and DARPA and Apple. I mean, all of these people were fucking feeding at the trough of the American taxpayer and U.S. government, and now they don't want to pay back. And I get that. That's selfish. But the bottom line is you're not going to get that much happier. So why wouldn't we have parabolic tax rates once you get above that number that Kahneman identified, that even you're just not going to get much. You're just not going to get much more. So why wouldn't we take it and deploy it to people where it's going to make an enormous difference in their life anyway?